Hi Taurus, welcome to your September reading. I decided to try something different and I wanted to focus on your life purpose and career reading. So it's not only for September, this will apply throughout the whole year, so of 2016 to 17. And because it's something different, I've meditated on each card. So I pulled out 6 this time instead of 3. It's a specific deck focusing on just your life purpose and career and just some of the themes that come up for a few of you. I love September. I consider it a new year for me. It's that whole back to school month. So it's like a time where I do feel a lot of people, it's like a new year. They're reflecting on what they want to change in their life, where they want to go. A lot of programs of study are starting in September. So people do make a lot of changes in the summer months and start fresh in September and in the fall. So I've already meditated on your cards. I do see a lot, just looking at the main theme, a lot of you are in a big, career change, a life change, actually. Many of you have a lot of options. I'm getting a sense that a lot of you, you're not sure where to go with your talents because you do have a lot of talents. I'm seeing a lot of creativity and that could hold you back not knowing which direction to take. There's a lot that you have on your mind. So that's a main thing that I'm getting here. Now, just to be clear, the difference, life purpose and career. Some people living your life purpose, it doesn't necessarily mean you have to be getting paid for that. A lot of people mix their career and their life purpose together, which is great because not only you're living out your calling and what spirit has intended for you on this earth, but you're also getting paid at the same time. But some people don't do that. Some people, they have their jobs, their careers, and then, what they're meant to do on this world, like, for example, being a mother and nurturing those around you, your friends, your family. They're by nurturing, they're not getting paid for this job. But there are jobs, obviously, that you do get paid for nurturing and taking care of children. So don't feel bad and don't judge yourself too much that, you're doing a job and maybe it's not directly what you feel your calling is. You might be actually living out your calling in another way without knowing it. Okay, so for example, I always give this example. You could be working in a field where it's totally physically demanding, but your actual purpose in the world is to help your friends and you're a natural psychologist and you give great advice, but you're not getting paid for it. So this is still a part of your life's purpose, okay? So like I said, if you mix them, it'd be great. But let's start with your reading here. So overall, I do feel some fields of communications are coming through for a lot of you. Teaching, children and youth, mothers, nurturing. This is all the different purpose and careers that are coming to me, okay? A lot of you are going back to school. So let's start with the speaker card. So your life purpose involves your skills of oration. So you could be in a field where you're public speaking, you're facilitating, so you could be going around as a facilitator and you're traveling a lot in your job. So this is general, so it won't apply to everyone. It's whatever you get from this reading, whichever card applies to you. But you could be in sales, okay, so that's where the speaker card comes in. Or you could be a teacher, a professor somewhere, okay? And a lot of you could be teaching children. That's what I'm picking up here, just seeing the speaker card beside children and then the school card. So a part of your life purpose and career could be in an educational institution, helping youth and children, expand their skills and helping them and motivating them towards their interests and their values and just helping them overall with their dreams. Okay, so you do have that special ability to heal and guide youth of the world. All right. So if you've been thinking of doing something like that, this is coming up very strong in your cards. Okay. So I could see half of you are interested in the social studies, the education field, and then the other half of you, I do feel you're very artistic and you want something more artsy. Okay. But again, you could mix both of these into your field. Whatever it is you do, you could bring in a lot of creativity in your job. Okay. So think about that as well. And even if you're nurturing children, you're babysitting, you could bring in like arts and crafts and help them with that, and that will help you express your own creativity. So this is great. For a lot of you, it could even be children are a part of your life purpose. So your purpose is to be a mother or a father or take care of a loved one's child. So that could be happening for the year. Okay. So many of you, I could see you giving birth even. So that's a part of your life purpose as well. But I do see you in school, you're studying. Okay. So perhaps there's an area where you need to expand your skill and just go after higher education. If there's something you want to, like a different career path you'd like to embark on. So now is the time to decide, okay? So it's open right now. The universe is open for that, to give you the opportunity, especially now at this time within the fall months, okay? Even in January, for those of you who aren't in the fall season in school, you could be enrolling in the winter, okay? Since this is a reading that applies for the whole year, okay? Also, what comes to me for the speaker card, a lot of you could be in the performing arts, such as singing, acting, just, anything involving speaking in front of a crowd. You could be standing up for someone or yourself, voicing your opinion in your work environment. So this card is guiding you to do so. If you've been holding back and you've been seeing injustice in your work environment, or you need to address a certain matter, if you see unfairness, this is also a card advising you to express yourself and really stand up for what you believe in. Okay? So that's also very important. But overall, it doesn't have to be long-term study. Going back to the school card, it could be, getting a little certificate course. Maybe it lasts 6 months. It could be attending workshops related to your field of interest. It could be seminars. And, a part of your life purpose, sometimes we're in school, we don't end up doing what it is that we go to school for, but we end up meeting very interesting people that will help us on our path later on. So if you think back in time, for those of you who've completed your studies and you look back and you're like, oh my God, that was such a waste. Why did I even do that? I didn't even do that actually as a career. But remember and connect some of the friendships you've made that are still friends for you today. Okay. So some of the friends you have now in your life, you probably have met them in that class that you've taken or in that school that you didn't do nothing in, but it brought you a great friendship. So this is a part of your life purpose as well, okay? So don't think anything you do in your life is a waste of time. You might even find that some course that you've taken a long time ago, it's actually coming out now, maybe in your own business. Maybe you're going to see, oh, that's why I learned that program of study. This is how it helped me. So you might discover later on how a course has helped you. So there's nothing you do that's a waste, okay? I just want you to remember that. So for those of you who are thinking there's no hope or I wasted my time, you didn't waste your time, okay? Just keep moving forward, and you've made a decision back then based on what you believed was true, and you're always growing, you're changing along your path. So make sure you just keep remembering that and you continue to move forward, okay? So for a lot of you, like I mentioned, you're inspired to teach in a classroom setting, all right? So I mentioned that. But Time to decide, okay? Make a decision based on your heart's true desires, all right? So really take the time to meditate and, cut loose anyone telling you this is what you need to do. You might have little voices in your head from a parent or, society telling you this is the right thing, this is the right direction you need to go. But maybe it's not for you, the right direction. Maybe the right direction for you is something else, and society doesn't necessarily have to agree with that, and that's okay. Okay, so make sure you focus on what your heart wants. Your inner compass is going to steer you to the right direction, okay? So there might be some time alone where you need to reflect. So ask yourself questions like, what do you want? How do you wish to change this year? What can you do to enhance your abundance? Okay, maybe you can make a pros and cons list, because a lot of you do have a lot of options. So make a pros and cons and see the benefits and, the disadvantages of each career path, okay? But I do advise you, most of the time, it is your instinct that will guide you, okay? So maybe you're comparing two jobs. One of them is great, it gives you a lot of money, but the other one, it's less money, but you're going to have more fun in there, meet more interesting people. That's usually the one I would advise. So really go with your instinct, okay? So that's what I mean with make a pros and cons list, but also go with the one you feel will give you more happiness. Okay, so try to avoid any negative self-talk, because that's just going to create more stress out there in the vibration you give out. So things like, oh, I'm never going to be able to do that, or I can't achieve this, or just can't, and I'm always late, and I'm always something negative. Just be careful with that, okay? Because then you make it more true. You validate it even more. So be careful with the words you speak and the intentions you put out with your mind in the universe. But overall, you do have a lot of possibilities that are open to you. So sometimes this can overwhelm you, but it's also being grateful for all these options that you have in the world. And you have the freedom to choose whatever it is that you want. So it's not necessarily a bad thing, but just seeing the scale in this picture, it's something you have to weigh your options, okay? That's what I'm seeing. You're going to have to choose between two things. That's what I feel. So two jobs, two totally different career paths. I do feel a lot of you are in that state of mind. Many could even be dealing with numbers, okay? I'm seeing numbers, your paperwork and numbers probably. So that's something in the time to decide card that I'm getting. But overall, body work. Okay, let's get into that one. So body work, it could be your life purpose involving massage therapy, energy healing, physical therapy, or exercise training. So for a lot of you, you'd like to help others to, increase their stamina, enhance their appearance. So you're probably thinking in a career path that involves physical training, personal trainer, anything like that. Body work is even like a tattoo artist. You could be doing something that's enhancing a person's body in some way, or working creatively with an individual's body, with a client, okay? So holistic healing is a major area that is attractive to a lot of you. So like I mentioned, maybe even Reiki, anything that has to do with energy and the body, even chakras. Okay, so a lot of you might be going into that direction. So this is great. As you can see, there are many cards. It's, whatever applies to you. Of course, there's thousands of you watching out there. But I'd like for you, if something comes in your mind that I missed, anything like that, a career that might help somebody listening, please feel free to drop it into the comment section at the bottom, okay? If you'd like a personal reading to see your own life purpose and career, I do offer a really great one. And if you go down, you'll find the link to my Etsy shop. And once you click on that, you'll come to my life purpose and career reading. And I do add a bit of astrology and numerology in that to help you on your path. So I hope you learned from this one and things are more clear at this point. And again, feel free to comment and give others ideas that are listening as well. So whatever inspiration that you got from this reading. So I hope you have a great year, a nice fresh start, and I will see you in October. Bye-bye.